Hi beautiful souls, this is Archana here with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming everyone to my channel with all my love and all my heart. I want to take this time to say a big thank you. Thank you with my heart for making my dreams a reality. I am at 6,000 subscribers. I wake up and it's way beyond 6,000 and thank you so very much. I am so appreciative of all of you for sharing your wonderful journeys with me and having faith that my wisdom connects to your heart and that it helps you in unlocking your own wisdom. So on this beautiful, momentous moment for Archana, I want to take this time to speak about the number 6. Number 6 is about bringing balance and moderation in one's life. And what we mean by moderation is really in terms of where is your logic mind and where is your heart? How are you taking steps in your life that are driven by logic, our left side, our masculine energy? Each one of us has that. Each one of us has the masculine principle and the feminine principle within us. And moderation to me is bringing the two aspects in balance. The masculine energy of taking action, of moving forward, standing our ground, protection, so it's an active principle within us. Everyone has that, okay? We could be predominantly holder of one or the other. The feminine principle of that, of understanding, nurturing, generosity of the spirit, comes in from the feminine principle, the intuitive side, what we call as the unseen world. While the masculine principle is about what's seen in the world, the active, we're taking action. And the feminine principle is where there's stillness and you receive the guidance and the intuition. Moderation and the number 6. 6 holds the vibration of bringing the different parts of our life in balance. Many of you may be aware that I am an energy healer and I work a lot with chakras. And we have the upper chakras. So we have the crown, we have the third. I'm going to just talk about the 7. We have 11 major, if not more. But I'll just talk about for the basic perspective of having the crown, our spiritual center, our third eye, okay, the pineal gland in there to give us the perception. Okay, and then we have the throat chakra, the higher expression. This is the expression, not just of sound, of words, of artistic expression, our expression into the world. Then we have the heart chakra, the energy of love center, generosity. And then we have the solar plexus, the willpower, the power center, the powerhouse, the mitochondria, So the eye, the little eye resides here. Then we have the sacral chakra, where our reproductive organs are. This is our instinctual nature, okay? And then we have the base, which is at the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, connecting to Mother Earth, like I'm sitting here on the ground here right now. I don't generally do recordings on this side of my garden. It's on that side. But this is the place where I rejuvenate myself. Connection to the earth. So when we are talking about the balance between the chakras, we're really talking about balancing out the I, the materialization of what I want, with our senses. I want this looks good, this tastes good, this feels good, and I want more, whether it's a bigger home, a nicer car, more money, luxurious items and things. All that is of the physicality and the physical world. And then the upper chakras is the more etheric, where we are connecting to the I, who am I? The spiritual center, the spiritual aspect of us, which is our true essence, is we all are spiritual beings. We just forget that that's who we are. So who is I is all about the upper chakras. When we go into meditation, or we talk about meditation, many of you have heard it. I mean, it's just impossible for someone not to know the word meditation. The key really is to stop the mind, stop the emotions, stop the physical body, not from the actual working, but you're not jumping around doing things, so you're stilling yourself so that you can connect to the core. Who am I? What am I? Who am I? Are you your mind? Your thoughts change. Are you your emotions? Your emotions change. Physical body. Your physical body has changed over time. So are you that body? Who are you? Right? Our spiritual center and the spiritual being. My spiritual self, the soul. So the connection to the soul resides in the upper chakras. When we're talking about moderation, and I feel that's what the energy of 6 brings, is you're balancing. You're not just spacing out and doing like, I'll just meditate like 40 hours in a day, if we can create 40 hours in a day, or you're completely focused on the material aspect of, I need to be working this, I need to do this, I need to do this, and this is this. There's no space for connection to the self. And then that's where the suffering, and that's where the pain, and that's where the distortions of perception comes in. So having that healthy balance between the heart chakra of love for others and the solar plexus is the I center, my self-worth, mine, I, the individual, this physical body, right? This personality of Archana, this body of Archana, these thoughts of Archana, the desires of Archana, right? So that becomes the solar plexus and the lower chakras, manifestation. So the key is to create that balance and moderation between the two in the giving and of the receiving, okay? In of desiring things for the physical body. Now, if we're all spaced out into the upper, okay, I'm just doing this, ignoring my physical body, I don't care what it needs, I don't want it, then all those desires of wishing and wanting to help others, how are you going to be able to do that when you don't have the money? Or you physically are incapable, you're feeling sick, you haven't taken care of the body. So moderation is the key here. Is spiritual practice must be honored and must be balanced with taking care of the physicality. It is good to desire those. It is good to have desires of material comfort, material abundances, and taking care of the body, and knowing when to attach, when to detach. Detachment takes place when we are working and anchoring ourselves back into our true self, which is our soul center. So to me, that is what 6s bring, and that's what I've been noticing in my life. Okay, so I always talk from an experiential perspective. And I also want to talk a little bit about, so one part was about balancing out the chakras, the other part is about the mind and the heart. And the third part that I wanted to talk about, which I've touched upon, is the masculine principle and the feminine principle. So we can't always be in the active state of do. Then you're not giving any time for connecting to the self, to knowing the direction that your soul has for you. Okay? That's important to understand. And that brings us to the law of karma. Okay? What you give out is what's going to come back. That is the law of the universe, you know. I mean, whether we're talking from physicists, you're talking from scientists, or you're talking from philosophers, poets, everybody's talked about as above, so below. Okay? So the manifestation in the physicality always begins from the spiritual realm. So what does that really mean for us? To live a spiritualized life is not about giving up comforts or living an ascetic life. That can be a choice. However, we're talking about living a balanced life. Nothing in excess. Yes, go party, go have fun, go do that. Wish for good things, have good things, enjoy. But when you realize that they become like you're becoming needy, I need it. I need to have that alcohol. I need to have those external drugs. So I need to be doing this to be able to do that. That's when you know that it is the material aspect that is taken hold and you have lost control. You as in your spiritual self. The charioteer of your life is your soul. And when you allow the soul to guide you, there's going to be a balance that is restored in the life. And that is part of what we talk about mastery. So 6 is about understanding and seeing things from a higher perspective. Zooming out and seeing things from a higher perspective. Not just looking at things from an individual, speculated, small little microscopic as your life. Start to expand out into the universe and you look as a look down. That is you. That's your life. These were your thoughts. Look at your thoughts. Were your thoughts the same? Yesterday, a week ago, a year ago, were they the same? No. Were your emotions the same? Are you always happy? Are you always sad? There is a fluctuation that takes place, fluctuation in thoughts. Things that perhaps you desired maybe a decade ago are not what you desire now. So there is that space for growth where more of your spiritual light is coming in. When we look at the 6s, and so many of you ask me about numbers, I'm not a numerologist. This is just something that I have personally seen in my life and integrated. Part of what I like doing, part of Archana's personality led by the soul, is knowledge gathering. But knowledge gathering not for the sake of keeping it here. Knowledge gathering to make sense of the world and to see what are some of the quote unquote, I don't want to call them mistakes, but what are some of those things that are just going around in circles? What is this karma? Why is this cycle repeating again and again? So that's what the 6s also brings about, is for you to kind of look at are you looking at things from a higher perspective, zooming out, and then you'll just see your life play out as a movie? Or are you completely entrenched in it? Think about it. When you're giving advice to someone, all of you have done it. Whether it's to your friends or to co-workers, whoever. We've all done it at some point in our life. 100% of all of us have done that. When you are in a situation, your ability to see and think is changed because your perception is you're feeling it. Either you're being guided by the emotions, you're being ridden by the emotions, or you're being ridden by the thoughts. Okay, so you're not out of it. That's why we say, what's the impartial judgment? Let me go to somebody, or let me tell you, because I'm not in it. I'm not having those intense emotions. I'm not having those intense extremities of thoughts. So you can give a better judgment, so to speak. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, and please take the juice out of what I'm saying. I may not be able to. This is the personality, and the words of Archana may not come out right. If you can take the meaning behind the word, or the energy behind the word, it would be what my intention is. My expression would be limited with my understanding of speech, of the English language, or ability for the mind to convert the feeling, the thought, and a knowing into using these symbols as words, right? So these words are symbols. The feelings are symbols to express myself. But it would be based on the data that I have. And sometimes I notice that what I'm trying to say is not coming across. It's because of the limitation of the symbols that I have, or the tools that I have to speak. So the key message is, if you look at, when you're beginning to see the 6s, start to look at and pay attention to see, it is a good time to bring harmony and balance. 6s have been given a lot of negative vibe to it. I will 1000% do a video on 666, okay? For sure. Let me hit 666 6 subscribers, and I for sure will bring it at that. It just gives me that excitement. That's the Archana's personality. So, moderation. When the soul is in charge, things are going to, no matter what the storm is taking place, it doesn't mean that the storm will not come or things will always go well. Things will always be great. No, they won't. It just will be that how your reaction to the storm, because storms will come and go, but your core and your center is going to be more stable, more peaceful, and more calm. So that's what the 6s, I feel, are bringing. We'll see as more wisdom awakens within me. We all have that innate gift. And my next part of the video is about where to. Okay, now that I have 6K subscribers, Archana, what's the plan of action? I have a strong masculine principle, which is about the do and the taking action. And I'm seeing these beautiful hummingbirds come in and bringer of joy and happiness. So I'll tell you. I'm not gonna tell you everything because I love to spring up surprises, okay? The direction that I'm feeling called to a lot, and you may have seen me hold this. I'm holding what's called here we go, let me see. This is a Lemurian seed crystal, and this is from the times of those who are familiar with an ancient time called Lemuria, where the divine feminine principle was completely active and we were embodied in pure source energy, and everything was shared beautifully and our gifts were shared wonderfully. I will be bringing a lot of things, that's all I can say. I can say content. Yes, I'll be bringing a lot of content. I don't know in what format. A lot of readings, maybe if I will not be so lazy ass and sit in front of the camera and do the readings. I love to do that. I'll be bringing in a lot more content. Readings is really, I just want you to know, when I'm doing the readings, I am the type, quote unquote, I'm no type of a tarot reader. I'm creating my own systems here. I am testing the systems that are validated within the self, and that's what I bring forth. For some time, I was following what the norm was until I realized that I'm a starseed. I'm a light worker. I am here on this path to forge my own path, and it can be scary, like doing things off the beaten track. Will it be accepted? Will I be accepted? But that's where I'm doing this thank you, gratitude video, and also took that time to talk about the 6s. So the direction is going to be a lot more different type of readings through which my own inner wisdom is awakened. And the intention will always be on this channel to bring forth wisdom that resonates with me. But I can understand that it may not resonate and that it can repel others, and that is okay. We all can't be on that same energetic imprint. I wanted to put that forth too, that I can understand that. There may be things that I say that you absolutely do not like. What else? Did I cover all my bases here? Oh yes, what am I doing? Yes, I was showing you Lemuria because I'm going to be doing a lot more with the Lemurian seed crystals, and I'll be bringing forth the wisdom of Egypt and Atlantis. These are the 3 civilizations, the parts that are awakening a lot within me, and we'll be going in that direction. So I'll start up different forums for starseeds. I'm going to start to call in people and have my interview based sessions, and I'll have those as separate sets. It's just part that I'm developing in my mind, and I recently enrolled in a Starseed Master Course, so I am completely entrenched in regression and tools and awakening that path. So I've been spending a lot of time with myself and with the Starseed group a lot, and that is helping me to see the direction on this boat that I started with this YouTube. I had some different plans, but now I can see like I'm moving more towards planetary ascension, and that is where my soul feels very, very aligned. Very, very aligned is seeding consciousness and awakening myself to more of my own self, and through me triggering others, serving as a catalyst, serving as a platter to offer something to you that it may awaken your own divinity, not to rely on my wisdom, but to awaken your own wisdom within you. So I do use a lot of cards, and a lot of it, like my child goes, "What's coming in the mail, Mom?" I'm like, okay, some people collect Chanel bags. I probably spend that much money collecting cards. I mean, I love Chanel bag too, definitely. I told her I'll hold my Chanel bag and I'll have my little card here. But jokes apart, I am absolutely working with these different energies, and that's what I'm going to bring forth for you. So on that note, this one just arrived yesterday, so I've been meditating. I probably slept off meditating on this. This is my Starseed Oracle. I love you guys. Everything was so beautiful. So I will leave you with one message for this energy of 6 angels. What can I share with people? Oh, I love that. Thank you. Did I not say that? So the message here is forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Forge, do not follow. Pave a new path and be the leader you wish you had. Look at the imagery. So it's time to follow your own intuition, your own guide, your own inner wisdom. You have so much potential and so much wisdom within you. Do not allow what just the eyes see, or what the senses take you, what the emotions take you, where the thoughts take you. Still yourself, and whatever practice you can, bring that in. So with that, I say thank you very, very much with all my heart. And I bless you all. May your lives be filled with abundance, love, joy, happiness. May you anchor more new light codes onto the earth, so we can collectively bring in and anchor in the vibration of new earth. Blessings be to all, and I will talk to you soon. Much love. Bye.